Hello and welcome to CAB. Both Birgit and I are really looking forward to meeting up with you online and working with you on the CAB module. So this is just a short presentation to outline some of the aspects of the module and to give advice for success that we hope you enjoy some of the activities. So we'll have a look at the overall structure, we'll have a look at the aims, and also offer you some advice for how to be successful at this module. So if we first of all look at the aims, or the overall aim, critical approaches to business is trying to get you to think about your research, your capstone research, and it aims to develop your knowledge of a range of different approaches, different methods and different techniques. So we'll be using these to actually apply it to your real life research topic. And it's important in the early stages to actually come up with some ideas that you're going to be able to research. You'll be given the opportunity to explore and critique a number of research issues in business and management and identify a topic that's pertinent to you and or your organizational context. One of the elements of the program is to encourage you to engage with the critical academic perspectives of the ideas that you're proposing to investigate as part of the capstone. So students are encouraged to think about their methodology, where their data is coming from, and how they're actually going to pursue their personal research projects. So it's really important that the way in which your project develops is going to be coherent, and you can be confident in taking it forward to the capstone element of the program. So if we have a look at some of the advice that we've come up with over the years in terms of presenting this particular module, the first element, unsurprisingly, is that we consider participation to be absolutely critical to your success on the CAB module. So this involves you getting involved. It involves you posting up your research ideas, posting up examples of the literature that you're investigating, and also responding and commenting to the ideas that other members of the program are actually putting forward. So it's very much our philosophy that together we learn, and we learn from each other because we'll be posting up feedback, and hopefully you will be posting up feedback to other members of your seminar groups. Critical to critical approaches to business is the reading, and we've chosen one of the most renowned books on research methods, on business research methods, and this is absolutely essential for each seminar. The readings indicated on the seminar schedule document that can be found in the module information area. So please make sure that you make a record of what you're supposed to be doing and when you're supposed to be doing it. And also make sure that you can access your core text so that that you're able to start the module in a good position. Our other piece of advice is we encourage you to try to be more critical in your stance, the way in which you look at your research ideas, and the way in which you evaluate the different sources of data, and the way in which they are going to underpin your research ideas. So the output from CAB is a 3,000-word research project, and formulating the objectives is going to be one of your key challenges. So you will need to be realistic and focus on feasible business research ideas, and we will be discussing that as part of the programme. One area that we do recommend is that you start to develop a portfolio. So this is somewhere, a Word document perhaps, where you can capture your ideas and the feedback from the CAB seminars. That's feedback from your tutors, feedback from other students. Many of the seminars or many of the seminar activities are actually designed to address different sections of the CAB assignment. So one technique that students have used in the past is to take the key headings of the assignment and make those the headings for their portfolio, so that you can slowly over the weeks build up a foundation for your proposal. The other thing is your mindset in terms of the relationship between CAB and the MBA capstone project. What we like to encourage is that you start to think about CAB as actually the start to your capstone project. It's the foundation on which you're going to launch your final module on the MBA. So it is an important element of completing that part of your program. So if we move on then, just to take you through some of the different activities that we're going to be putting up on the CAB seminar area. First of all, we want to encourage you to have a look at your research experience and how that's going to assist you in terms of developing the proposal. We're also going to look at some of the challenges of business and management research. In particular, look at the overall research process, which is in effect a formula for actually taking your ideas forward. Starting in Seminar 1, we'll encourage you to think about potential topics and to put forward your ideas for a particular capstone route. Seminar 2 is developing your research idea in more detail, looking at the reasons why you think that this is going to make a good topic, but also beginning to start the actual research process itself. This will be through an evaluation of literature and also secondary data that is appropriate for the topic that you're putting forward. Looking at Seminar 2, one of the key elements of this is the formulation of a focused set of research objectives. And we'll be encouraging you to work on this. And these objectives, we will try to give individual feedback on every post that you put up. So here's an opportunity for direct individual feedback. Please take this opportunity up. Part of the whole process of being a reflective researcher is to understand the implications of your research philosophy and the way in which those might impact on your research design. And we'll be encouraging you to take something that's called the HARP questionnaire, which is heightening awareness of your research philosophies. Moving on to the other two seminars. In Seminar 3, we'll be again supporting the development of your research objectives, taking them to the next level. And we'll also be looking at how different research strategies might help you to achieve those research objectives. So to be looking at methods of data collection and also at the specific data requirements for taking your ideas forward. Sampling is an important part of your research design, as is triangulation. And although these terms may seem a bit alien at the moment, hopefully by the time you've completed CAB, you'll be familiar with how they build and reinforce your research methods. Lastly, Seminar 4, where we'll be looking at different forms of data analysis and some of the key issues that need to be taken into account in the drafting of your research proposal. This is also the part of the programme where you will put forward your research ethics application, and it's important that we also give you individual feedback on this. Lastly, we've got the capstone project plan, so that you have a good idea of the key dates and the requirements for taking your process forward. Last but not least, we're really looking forward to working with you and hearing about your research ideas.